Alright, so Renzo uploaded the 100th mock review, or it's with a question mark for the video title, but I thought this was appropriate to do reaction for. It's not like any other reaction through a Hapori series. This is a kind of, I think, a special occasion for Renzo, especially because his whole channel is based around mock reviews, so I think it's appropriate for this sort of case to just watch the video and Siri, shut up. Siri. Okay. Siri turned off. But yeah, so 12-minute video. It's probably gonna goof us and it's probably not probably show a mock towards the end, but I like to see what he has to say after doing 100 mock reviews. So let's get right into it.
100 mock reviews. Not really much of a milestone, is it?
Depends how you think about it.
You know, I started off this channel and it was just kind of a straight continuation off my other channel, 64 Games 1. I started reviewing mocks there a while back, and
take us in your
I kind of liked it. It all came from Dr. Scorpion X. At the time, he was uploading the Hero Factory combiners, and I loved those things growing up. I saw those videos, and I asked my grandma, I was like, hey, can we go out to the store? I want to buy this set and this set and this set. And I bought almost the entire wave of the Hero Factory sets. I love that line. I know a lot of people don't. In fact, it's pretty important compared to most Hero Factory lines.
Parts.
I have a lot of nostalgia towards that line, and I love the idea of the Beast and Kaiju thing. I'm glad they embraced that and tried to do something fun for the last year. But ever since then, I've been kind of following suit on mocking. I started making my own mechs and stuff, and I realized mocking was kind of fun. I did it a little bit as a kid, but it wasn't. I didn't even know it was called mocking at the time. I was just shoving parts together, making some sort of weird beast or thing. My first mock is on a video that you can't even find since I deleted it off the internet. It's called the Werewolf Kaiju thing. That's the actual name. It was an old video where it attacks an old Iron Man figure. I don't know why I decided to make that, but I did. Man, was it weird. But then I started mocking briefly when Hero Factory came back, and I was really big into Hero Factory at the time. I didn't get all the sets. I wish I did. I'd have a lot more parts for mocking, but I got a lot of them. When play stippling kind of came into the picture, I got big into mocking. Again, it showed that simplistic mocks were still very fun and could be great. There's tons of people in the community that allow such a fun outlet for creative mocking, even if you don't have that many parts, or if you're not good with complex stuff. People like Black Bolt Johnson, Play Stippling, and even Dr. Scorpion X to some extent are all people that taught me it's okay to build simplistic if you just do something fun and creative with it. That's why mocking is important to me, and always has been. All my friends of the Hapori have taught me so much about mocking to this day that I always sort of pick up each little technique. I've been looking up how to do custom bodies and stuff on YouTube. It's awesome.
I want to say something now, but I want to listen to what Renzo is talking, but I'll give a big comment towards the end of this reaction.
It's a fun hobby, and I'm glad that I was part of it. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, Renzo, this is a mock review. What are you doing? Well,
what are you doing?
It's not really going to be a mock review. Rather, it's more of an introspective about actual mocking itself and what it means to me as a person and what it means to be sharing it with all you guys. 100 individual reviews. That's pretty sweet.
It is.
And in the end of this video, I will be revealing a brand new mock that I've had worked on for quite a while, so yeah. And then we'll just get back to regular mock reviews.
I may not seen it.
And they'll probably be a little bit more highly edited, like the toy reviews, so hopefully that will be something for you guys to latch on. But, yeah. 100 mock reviews. Where to even begin? Now, to say that I've reviewed 100 individual mocks would be lying. I've reviewed probably over 200 mocks, if I'm being honest with myself. I doubt that, but I have reviewed
more than
a lot
100
of mocks on this channel. I usually pair a lot of them together since they're pretty basic and by the numbers. In fact, some of my more basic mocks are just hard to review since they're not very interesting. So that's why it's kind of hard to make an actual mock review unless I just reviewed a bunch of them at once. So I'm going to kind of try to do that. I think I'm going to be getting rid of the vote system just because it's a lot more convenient and easy to review mocks at my own leisure. I don't have to worry about you guys voting for a mock and me having to review a mock I don't care about. Rather, I'm going to be picking mocks I want to be reviewed, and I'll probably be piling them all up into one big clump, just because it's way, way more...
I like that idea.
Easier to work with, basically. Now again, this can be kind of boring, and I don't blame you if you kind of turn the video off and you're like, oh, he's not going to show a mock or whatever.
No.
But you guys got to understand this is important, because without your guys' support, and without the support of the Hapori and everyone else who loves to see me mock, and who loves to watch, who loves to mock themselves, you guys got a lot of things.
When I had the inspiration to, I thoroughly enjoy it, but now I have many more parts, I think I can enjoy it.
I know this kind of video is a little bit weird, but you guys got to understand that mocking as a whole is just something I've always enjoyed doing, and again, this is a strange video for me to do normally, because when you think the 100th mock review, you guys think of, oh, he's going to review a mock, and it's going to be a mock review, but you just see this overweight guy sitting down in front of the camera blabbering on about stuff. And
why do you know?
That's, again, I understand if that's not what you want, but you gotta see that that's what this video is. And that it's important for you guys to understand.
You're talking about something important that you're passionate about.
Is important
and don't call
me,
yourself
and hopefully
those
to
kind
you
of
guys,
words.
You guys
right?
hopefully can
That's my
enjoy
input on
this
that,
as much
but
as I'm enjoying making this
I like this video a lot so far. I like how you're doing it. I'll talk about it a little bit.
As creative as humanly possible with aliens. With a show like Biorama, you really can't do much since they're all toys. I mean,
exactly.
You can make weirdos, but they're just toys. There's not really a purpose to it. But with Renzo, I can make weird aliens with one eye or 4 heads or whatever I really want, and it's not out of the ordinary since it's a universe filled with aliens. Aliens are normal in this universe. So every mock on the channel, even the crappy ones, even clearly the ones that I threw away and their reviews are like me just like, this guy is named blah blah blah. Now, those mocks I still have fun making. Each mock of mine I consider an experiment, to say the least. Every mock that I put together is kind of a test subject, to see if you guys like it and to see if they hit well with other people. Mocks like Varys, who I haven't reviewed yet, is an experiment to see what you guys think of a character like that. Is to see if you guys like the design choices, and if you don't, and if you have critiques, that's why I make the videos, so that you guys can critique them and make me realize what I should fix and what I should change. That's what it's all about. Because I am not even a good mockist. Not at all, I think. I enjoy my mocks. I like making mocks. I actually really do like a lot of my mocks. However, I don't think I'm a good mockist. Because I really don't. Most of my techniques are pretty lazy, and whenever I go to build a new mock, I immediately stick with the HF body. That's my immediate go-to thing. Hell, my self-mock is just basically, I just use the body from Tahu Uniter. That's all it is. But, at the same time, I don't know, I think I like the aesthetic of my mocks. They're very simple, very plain, they're easy to replicate, and I think that's what I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to go for the fact that, even though they are super weird and out there, I want anyone to be able to build them because they are super easy characters to build. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here, is that there's nothing wrong with simplistic mocking. It's always good to take more complex ideas. Mockists like Asai understand this very well. He uses a lot of simple techniques, but at the same time he definitely goes out there with more unique, technical, crazier builds. But that's not for me to decide. My own style is not that. I try doing that, and personally, I do not like mocking like that. It just kind of comes across as a chore. And while you can be more happy with a mock that you put a lot more time into, as long as you're satisfied at the end of the day, and as long as you're happy with the design that you have, there's nothing wrong with that. Take that to heart and use it as much as you can. And if you think there should be some improving somewhere, go ahead. But if you like your mock as is, there you go. I'm just going to stop preaching, because I sound like a freaking weirdo right now.
No.
But again,
you're fine.
I'm sure it's not the type of video you guys expected, but
I'm just trying to listen.
It's the one I wanted to make. So thank you guys so much for following me through 100 mock reviews. It's crazy. Literally my first video on the channel is a mock review. That just goes to show how many I've done. And only 100 kind of seems like a lot less to me, since I started the channel in about 2014, or I think it was earlier than that, but I started making videos around 2014, late 2014, so it's just kind of crazy to see that this much time, nearly 4 years has passed by, and I've only done 100 mock reviews, and there will be many more in the future. I do mock reviews as a way to show you guys my mocks, to just kind of upload a video of mocks so I can rebuild it if I'm ever curious, because sometimes I like to take apart mocks. Fact, most of the mocks that I've reviewed have been taken apart. Most of them, not all, just most of them, just to put that out there. And again, just to share it with you guys, because at the end of the day, your guys' opinions are very awesome. I love hearing your guys' support, and I love hearing ideas that you guys have. You guys are awesome. Don't ever forget that. Okay. One more thing. Okay, I'm going to be as lenient as possible and show you guys as many mocks as I think I can. Here's the Wanderer Omega form. Here's Tahu. Here are most of the villains for episode 11 of Renzo.
Ooh.
There's kind of the newly updated Algarok over there. Oh boy, please excuse this one. This is a little bit of a massacre. We have Kierman, Rangus, Miri, Conan, Otto's Dragon. Just a bunch of parts for each character. Kasai without a mask or armor. And then just the broken up bits of Camilio. Oh god. In here we have a whole ton of freaking alien dudes. Like, there's way too many to count. These are just kind of random civilian slash creatures slash alien characters that I just kind of all put in here since... This first shelf is kind of characters who aren't
Renzo's grandpa!
Like, super important, but they're side characters, but they're not like the main focus, basically. These are kind of villains, but not really. These are just more or less characters that are just kind of they're on the good side, but they're opposing forces. This is the sad excuse for the villain shelf. It's just completely ripped up at this point. Here is the famous hero shelf with 2 new faces in the market. They're the last 2 villains that just at the time couldn't fit on this shelf. Just a bunch of ships, and that's all I can really show you. So I'm sorry guys, those are all the characters I can really show you. There was only like 3 more that I actually didn't show you guys. So just again, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. This is kind of like a subscriber video, but you guys are important to me. So yeah. Also, here's Ouroboros, the villain of Renzo Season 2. See you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, get the boys on there. Oh no, freaking why'd you put my name on there? God darn it. I don't need to be on there, my guy. Ouroboros review coming next. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that review. So, I'm playing Renzo episode. Okay. So, am I still recording? Okay. So, I want to talk about this video. Renzo, I just want to apologize. My sister wrote, I thought she'd open the door. I just want to say, Renzo, I apologize if I ever really in the past. With me and mocks, building in general, I really don't have I barely mock, you know me. I really will have to do it when I start KO, but I think this video will definitely in the future be a huge inspiration as it is right now for me. But this video was great. I think this was perfect. Because it wasn't just a normal mock review of you just talking about a mock. You were talking about your whole, like I say, introspective, if I said that word correctly. But there's something about this I cannot describe right now that I like about what your whole meaning of talking and making this video was here. Trying to think. I really enjoyed the video a lot. It's amazing that you made it to 100 mock reviews. But I'm sorry if I ever misjudged you in the past with your own style of mocking. I really grown into it. As before, I was not a big fan of some things, but that's not always bad. Simplistic, that's what Kieran really is. That's what Malcolm really is. That's what Nox, like some of the other characters I kind of made, really are. Like, that's why I had Thatch make Malazar before, because they didn't know what the frick, how to mock. And Kasai making some of the other Toavara, and that's why I want you to make one. I really like your mock building. I really can relate to it, so it's not like I don't hate your mocks at all. I watch pretty much all your mock reviews when they come out, and I thoroughly enjoy them. I apologize if I've ever kind of think I hate your mocks and anything else. I just want to say that because I don't. there's some mocks before I didn't like. I can't think of the top of my head, but that's just my, it's like that's someone else's opinion. It's like someone didn't like that, but I'm sorry if I misjudged you in that like that in the past with this. I think this was a great video, and you kind of throwing your piece, your 2 cents out there, I guess, about how you think with how important mocking is to you, and how this is a big video, I think, for your channel in general, because that's what your whole channel is basically around, is mocking. And you also have your other series, but this is still a prime kind of video, I think. So I always will look back to this when I start mocking more, probably in the near future. I have a bunch of parts now, so yeah, so thank you so much for making this video. I've seen Ouroboros is really cool. He's one of my, if not my favorite mock review, other than quite a few. There's so many. As I think I was saying about this with Renzo before. I think I've already really with Renzo. I feel like the same with Biorama Season 1 is that I already like it as much as I did when I'm watching Biorama. I actually like it a little bit more because it's its own unique take on something. It's your space opera kind of thing, and I really enjoy it. I cannot wait to see episode 11. I'm really excited to see that episode. It's probably going to be huge as far as you're saying about the episode before in other videos. But I look forward for another 100 mock reviews of whatever you do. I'm really excited to see where it takes you, and thank you for everything you've done. That's all I gotta say, and goodbye. Oh, frick. Alright, goodbye.